Hey you and welcome. I'm Mr. Barry. Today I want to talk about the Tiny TV. I saw this somewhere on the internet and I just thought it was the cutest thing, and it is. And so I just had to buy one. I mean, they're not paying me to make this video or anything for them. I just found it and I thought, man, this is cute. Now, anyone who's been watching my channels knows that I love TV from the 60s, 70s, and even the early 80s. And this is just darling. This looks like a little TV from the mid 60s there. And it looks like the TV that was in my family room when I was growing up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on. And look at this. This is so darling. It has working buttons. And it comes in a kit, which I will show you here shortly. But it comes in a kit and you actually put it together and you can customize the cabinet to be the way that you want it to be. Alright. And so let me turn the channel. There are multiple channels. You can put in your own videos. But it comes with a set of already pre-installed videos on a little micro SD card. And this is just so cute, huh? Fireplace. So this is one of my videos, and it comes with a little program that you can actually download, put it onto your machine, your computer, and then it will actually allow you to go in and convert normal formatted videos into something that will actually be played on this little tiny screen, which is awesome. Let me turn up the volume. There's Three's Company. So this allows you to have 5.5 hours of video on there. And what I'll do is I'll turn it off. There you go. So it has volume controls, it has the off button, it has the there's power, and then these channels, or these allow you to change the channel up there. So the buttons on the side there. And it comes with a nice speaker, and it actually is very loud. I love that. And you can recharge it. And you can also put on your own stuff. So like I said, about 5.5 hours worth of video can go onto this micro SD card. There it is. There's the micro SD card. What I did with mine is I put a little piece of tape on it to make it easy, because I don't want to be carrying around tweezers all the time, right? You don't want to do that. So you can actually put a little bit piece of tape on the micro SD card, and that way it's easy to come out, and you can put in more videos or whatever you want to do. Just, that's darling, right? So let's look at the specifications and exactly where I found this and what you get when you buy this. So let's check this out, you and I. Come on. So let's look at the specifications for this little tiny TV. As I said earlier, it plays about 5.5 hours worth of video with the card that comes with it. So it comes with an 8 gig micro SD card and an adapter. So it's easy to plug it into your PC or to your laptop and then transfer videos there into this and then onto this machine here, so you can play your own videos using what's called the Tiny TV Converter app that you can download from the website. So with that, it has a battery inside of it, and that battery lasts about 4.5 hours worth of playing. Once it runs out, you do need to recharge it, and that's where you have this here. This is a micro USB port that's at the top, and at the bottom here, that's where you see the micro SD slot there. It comes with an 8 gigabyte card, so that's where you get your 5.5 hours worth of video. It does come with a remote, and that remote has its own battery too, which is really handy. So you don't have to buy anything when you buy this, which is really nice. You don't have to buy any special tools, but there are some things that I'm going to recommend that you do buy beforehand so that you are prepared to really make it an easy and enjoyable experience to customize it and to put this together. So as I said earlier there, this is a 3D printed cabinet of a TV from the mid-60s. And being a 3D printed object, it has extra material on it. So an X-Acto knife really comes in handy to cut off that extra material. So that mine had a little bit extra material right here at the micro USB port. It also had extra material right here at the micro SD port. And there's extra holes here for the channel and also for volume and all that, right? And there was some extra material in there. So the X-Acto knife was allowing me to get in there and to cut that out. So I would say it really comes in handy. Now, other things that you can use to customize these. Here's the second one I bought about a week later. And I customized these, each one a little bit differently. You can probably tell it's a little bit different on each one, the colors. And I'm going to say that what is best on these is right here. You can use markers. You don't have to buy special paints or anything like that. Now, me personally, I love art and I love painting. So I usually do painting on canvases and stuff like that. So I have oils, I also have acrylics and water. And what you can actually use, you can use model paint if you wanted to. That works as well there, as well as the oils. If you were going to use something like oil, it would be good to put a primer on it first, and then you can paint it there with the oils. But if you don't want to do that, if you want to get one that looks identical to this, well, there you go. Just buy the markers at your local store there, and it comes out beautifully. Now, if you look around the screen, you go, well, it's silver. How'd you get a silver marker? Well, they make silver markers. This one's called liquid silver, and that allowed me to put in the silver for the buttons there, as well as around the screen. The color that I used for the wood cabinet was this marker here. And then I used a combination of the other markers for the back as well as the little speaker here in the front. So what do you get besides this 3D printed cabinet? Well, you get these tiny motherboards or PCB boards, these printed circuit boards, and you can actually snap them together and test it out outside of the cabinet just to make sure everything works. It comes with that 4.5 hour battery that really is easy to recharge in about 5 to 10 minutes. I was able to recharge it with my equipment. And it comes with a speaker, so that's nice. You actually plug in the speaker, you put together the PCB boards, and it's really a fun little kit that comes with it that you're going to be seeing here in a few seconds. Where did I find it? Well, I found it on Amazon for $75. Comes up to about $81 or so after tax, and that really depends on the taxes that you have there for your local area. So this is just darling. I'm in love with these little things. Anyway, so let's take a look and see what you get when it comes in the mail. Or it comes in this very handsome case that opens up. This is really nice, especially if you're giving it away as a gift, because the person who receives it, they open it up and they see the features right away. I just really love the way they organized everything in the packaging. And here's how the 3D printed cabinet of the Tiny TV looks like before it's customized. And this is what it sounds like. Now here's some highlights of me customizing my tiny TVs. I did try a few different methods in customizing these. This is now a few days later after everything's dried. Looks great. Now I'm going to be showing you the customization on the second tiny TV, and then I'll show you the assembly. For the assembly, I'm going to start by plugging in the battery to the printed circuit board that's right behind the screen. Now I'm installing the power switch. Now install the screen and its printed circuit board into the chassis, making sure I line up the power switch on the printed circuit board with the external switch. Now plug in the speaker to the audio board. Install the audio board so that it connects to the printed circuit board that's behind the screen. Install the two fasteners to secure the printed circuit boards together. Now take the battery and fold it inside of the enclosure to make sure that it fits. Install the micro SD card. I'm doing this now to make sure that I have the proper alignments to all of the openings. Now test all the switches and buttons to make sure that they work as intended. Now remove the tape that's on the speaker and attach the speaker to the back of the case and install the back of the case to the chassis. Now test all the buttons and switches again to make sure that everything is lined up properly and everything works. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm just totally in love with my tiny TV. And this is just so awesome that you can go in and change the channel there. But anyway, hey, if you like these types of videos, please click on that thumbs up. Comment down below if you have a comment or if you have an idea for a future video. Boom, just zip that down there in the comments and I'll be sure to get to that. And I thank everyone for sharing my videos on their social platforms and all that. And like I said, I just love the tiny TV. It's really up my alley for basically creating something with art and making something really uniquely your own. And I'm just really happy with these. Let me turn it off there. But anyway, this is great stuff. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. And you can watch my other videos on instructions and how-to videos with technology. Alrighty. Well, thank you again there, and y'all have a very good day. Bye-bye.